When was the last time you clicked Buy Now and felt a tiny rush? That spike before the package arrived. That wasn't the product. That was your brain. Jeff Bezos didn't just build a store. He engineered a loop to make that click irresistible. In the next 8 minutes, we'll show you the patent, the psychology, and the tiny design tricks that rewired how you shop. As a child, Bezos was meticulous, detail-oriented. His mother said he was always striving for perfection. That obsession became Amazon's secret weapon. But before we get there, you need to understand one thing about your brain. Dopamine isn't about pleasure. It's about wanting. Psychologist Kent Berridge proved dopamine drives the seeking behavior, not the satisfaction. Here's where it gets wild. Your brain releases more dopamine when a reward is unpredictable. A 50-50 chance? Double the dopamine compared to a guaranteed reward. Slot machines, social media notifications, and yes, online shopping. They all exploit this exact mechanism. But Bezos took it further. He didn't just understand the dopamine loop. He built an entire business model around removing every single barrier between desire and satisfaction. He called it customer obsession. In early Amazon meetings, he left an empty chair at the table. That chair represented the most important person in the room, the customer. Obsession without execution is just philosophy. So Bezos set out to remove every ounce of friction. And in 1997, he found the solution. In 1999, Amazon patented one-click, US patent number 5960411, a legal seal for an obvious advantage. Make buying one simple, frictionless action. One button, one click, to a brain primed for reward. That button is gold. That single innovation increased sales by 28%. Not 2, not 5, 28. Amazon's competitors saw what was happening. Barnes & Noble launched their own one-click system called Express Lane. Bezos sued them immediately during the holiday season, when nearly a fifth of all retail sales happen. Amazon won. Barnes & Noble were forced to add steps back into checkout. One extra click cost them millions. Even Apple paid Amazon to license the patent. That's how valuable friction removal became. But one click was just the surface. Underneath, Bezos was building something far more sophisticated. He sketched it on a napkin. They called it the flywheel. Lower prices, bring more customers. More customers, attract more sellers. More sellers mean better selection. Better selection lets Amazon negotiate lower prices. And the wheel spins faster. This isn't just business strategy. It's a self-reinforcing loop. Feed any part of it, the whole system accelerates. And Bezos had one more psychological hack. He demanded his employees wake up terrified every morning. Terrified of what? Not competitors, customers. Because Bezos understood something crucial. Customers are loyal, right up until someone offers them better service. The moment you stop being the best, they're gone. This mentality became day one culture. Bezos wrote, Day two is stasis, followed by irrelevance, followed by decline, and then death. So he built systems to keep the flywheel spinning. Prime membership, personalized recommendations, reviews, subscribe and save. Each one, another trigger for that dopamine loop. Here's what's actually happening. In your brain, when you browse Amazon, you're not shopping, you're seeking. Every product you look at gives you a tiny hit of dopamine. Not from buying, but from the anticipation of maybe buying. Amazon's recommendation algorithm learned that showing you infinite choice keeps you seeking longer. More seeking means more dopamine. More dopamine means more purchases. The average person now spends 28 minutes per Amazon session, not shopping, seeking. Bezos engineered every micro interaction to keep you in the loop. The color of the add to cart button, tested thousands of times. The placement of Prime badges, optimized for urgency. Even the sound of a notification was designed to trigger anticipation. This is behavioral design, and it's everywhere. Variable rewards, infinite scroll, social proof, one-click actions. These aren't accidents. They're implementations of the same compulsion loop Bezos perfected. So, can you resist it? The honest answer? Not really. Not without awareness. Psychologist Charles Duhigg proved, breaking a compulsion loop requires disrupting the routine. You can't eliminate the craving, but you can change what you do with it. Delete the app. Make buying harder. Create a counter movement. When you feel the urge to browse, do literally anything else. But here's what makes Bezos brilliant. He didn't just exploit psychology. He built infrastructure so massive that conscious resistance barely matters. Amazon now controls 40% of US e-commerce. AWS hosts a third of the internet. The flywheel isn't just spinning, it's unstoppable. In 2023, Amazon generated $575 billion in revenue. That's more than the GDP of 186 countries, all from understanding one simple thing. Human behavior is predictable, dopamine is exploitable, and friction is the enemy of profit. Remember that button click from the beginning? You're not just buying a product, you're feeding the most sophisticated behavioral engineering system ever created. So, what do you do with this information? First, recognize that every platform you use employs these same techniques. Awareness is your only defense against automation. If this video made you think differently about how you spend your time and money, subscribe. We break down the psychology behind everything you do. Every video gives you tools to understand what's influencing your decisions. Not ready to commit? Just hit the like button. It helps more people discover this information. Millions of people have no idea their behavior is being engineered. You do now. You're now equipped to see these systems everywhere. And that's incredibly valuable. See you then.